We have with us today one of the greatest hockey legends of our times, Balbir Singh Sr. He was chosen as one of the 16 iconic Olympians across all disciplines since 1896. He is a triple Olympic gold medalist for India. In the Olympics in 1948 in London, Helsinki in 1952 and Melbourne in 1956. Till date, his Olympic and world record of scoring 5 out of 6 goals in a hockey final match against Holland in 1952 stands unbroken. We are indeed privileged to have him in our studios. Welcome, sir, to this program of ours.
Thank you, Sanjeevji. Thank you for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to talk to you and the audience.
Sir, all through your Olympic career, there might have been many moments of glory. Which is the one which is very close to your heart and you still cherish that?
There are so many stories. Right, because I played in 3 Olympics, 48, 52, 56, and afterwards when I was chief coach and manager of the world winning team. So I have stories where to start, and where you ask me particular questions about particular incidents, I relate that much.
All right, I go to the year 1948 in London, when you won the final Olympic gold against England, that moment.
A little before that, 1947 and 48, camp was held at Bombay, and they selected 20 players. I was lucky to be one of them. And then the selected team flew to Heathrow Airport. We landed there, and at the reception committee was the former police chief of Punjab, Sir John Bennett, who had recruited me. How? I was handcuffed. I never wanted to join police. I had passed my BA. I had joined MA English at Khalsa College, Amritsar. So when I came to know that police people want me to join police, my father was a freedom fighter. So I left college, ran away to Delhi, from where I had invitation, joined Central PWD. They had a good hockey team. So during my stay with them, we won 2 All India tournaments, and my name appeared in the press. To my good luck, it was seen by Sir John Bennett. He sent a police party. I was handcuffed and brought in those handcuffs to Jalandhar cantonment to put my fingerprints with pressure, by force. So that's how I joined police force.
Sir, I would also like you to remember that moment at the Wembley Stadium when you won the gold medal for India in the year 1948 in London.
For the first time we visited London. It was something new for us, visiting country of our former masters. Then our team reached the final. On the other side, Great Britain reached final. India had won 28, 32, 36. England did not participate. And before that, England had won 1908, 1920. India did not participate. So this was the first occasion when India faced England, our former masters, in the Olympic final.
So how did you win that match? Please give those moments when you won that match.
Right in the beginning, come on Great Britain, come on Great Britain. Big shouts from all around. So in the 7th minute, I scored the first goal. Then some Indians, quite shyly, come on India, come on India. Then in the 15th minute, I scored the second goal. Then, come on Balbir, well done, doing very well. Come on Balbir, you make it half a dozen. They also started shouting in favor of India and Indian hockey team.
And how did you win that match?
Well, by 4-0. First 2 goals were scored by me, and the third and fourth by Tarlochan, fullback, a penalty corner ball, and Jensen left in, a very good player. He scored the 4th goal.
And after you scored the 4th goal and you won the match, Could you describe those moments when the Olympic gold medal was given to your team?
Well, how to explain that feeling of that time? We were thrilled. Victory ceremony, national anthem, being a sweet, very sweet music, national anthem. Then our national flag, tricolor, slowly going up. And I was feeling that I am also flying high in the air. That was my feeling.
So you still have that feeling in your heart after so many years?
Whenever I think of that moment, I feel the same way. Because it was something great. India had won 28, 32, 36. Honor had gone to Union Jack. We were British colony. When India won 48, 52, 56, independent India, Azad Bharat, everything, the flag, the national flag. I thought of my father. Because he was a freedom fighter, he always used to tell, Azadi aayegi, apna will be sovereign nation, apna flag hoga, we'll have our own national flag. And all that, I thought of my father, that he would be very happy. And he was of course happy to see that his son has won the first Olympic gold medal and was instrumental in getting our flag hoisted at the top of the world. It could be felt only, experienced. It's hard to explain the feeling in words.
It's wonderful. It's just wonderful. Sir, I understand that initially you were not in the playing 11. What do you remember about that?
In 1946-47, Punjab won National Hockey Championship at Calcutta and Bombay. So they selected probables. I was not invited for that camp, Bombay camp. After 2 weeks, I was called. And who was instrumental for calling me back? Dicky Carr, Johnny Carr, Anglo-Indian player who represented India in 1932 Olympics. He reminded them, what about Balbir, who scored goals in the nationals, 2 nationals, 3 nationals? Where is he? Then I was called 2 weeks late. I joined the camp. But during the camp, I was not allowed to play centre forward. I was playing left in, although my position was centre forward. And who were the 2 centre forward? Reggie Rodriguez from Bombay and Mr. Gilakan from Bengal. They were 2 centre forward. But to my good luck, finally, when the team was selected, they selected 20, I was one of those 20. In the first match, Argentina, we won by 9-1. Out of those 9, 6 goals were scored by me. And I was happy that I scored 6 goals.
That was the first match with Argentina. After Argentina, which was the next match?
Next match was in semi-final against Holland. I was in the playing team. I entered the field. I went to the center bully. I was going, referee blew the whistle to start the match. I was there, but my captain went, Bhaiya, you won't play today. What to do? I was unhappy. I could have resented, but I was a sportsman. I was taught like that, be a sportsman. I quietly said, okay, captain, if you want, I'll go out. I was taken out of the team and I was replaced. I was very upset. So, India won by 2-1, I think. Then came the final. In the final, Nandi Singh name was there in the list as centre forward. And later I was also given chance. I entered the ground. I went in, I played, scored first 2 goals, 7th minute, 15th minute. Then the Britishers also. I scored the first 2, come on Balbir, scored 1 more, come on Balbir, make it half a dozen, just like that. So in the second half, I was not allowed to move forward. My captain, the vice captain said, you stay behind, help with defense, help with the defense. So I kept helping the defense all the time. I did not move forward. So finally, 1 goal was scored by Tornochan, by penalty corner, and 1 by Jensen. Left hand, excellent left hand. This is how India won 4-0.
Mr. Balbir Singh, if I ask you, like you moving back in time almost 70 years in the year 1948, which was that year when you first held hockey in your hand and you developed a relationship with hockey and said, yes, this is my life, this is my game, this is my career. When was it?
I was born at a village. My father was a school teacher, Moga. Now, a district headquarter, in those days it was the Tehsil headquarter. Dev Samaj School. He was a teacher there, and I was 5. He thought of my education. He went to village, brought my mother and myself to Moga, and to my good luck, the house he rented, sitting in the main courtyard of the house, I could see the boys playing hockey in front. I was lucky. Every afternoon I used to come to that place, sit in the main gate and watch hockey. After seeing that, my father thought that his son is interested in hockey. He bought me a hockey stick. How thrilled I was really to receive that gift. I was 6 at that time, and that hockey stick I used to, while sleeping, hockey stick along with me in the bed. While I am eating, hockey stick used to be quite close to me. Hockey was always close to me. Not only then, throughout my life. As I always say, has been my first love since childhood. Even after marriage, my wife used to tell that I am his second wife. His first love, as he always says, is hockey. As he always says, hockey my first love, hockey my first love, I am his second love.
Sir, who was that person in your life who spotted that you have a talent in hockey, and yes, he chose you as one of the hockey players in the coming times?
I think Sardar Balbir Singh. He was a DP, physical education teacher at Khalsa College, Amritsar. Before that, I was seen playing at Moga by Mr. Gill. He was professor at Sikh National College, Lahore. And he asked my father that your son is a very good hockey player. If you allow it, I would take him to Lahore. And father hesitantly agreed. So it was to my good luck. I went to Lahore. I played for Sikh National College. The college team won B League of the Punjab University for the first time. Playing there, I was seen by Sardar Balbir Singh, DPE, Khalsa College, Amritsar. And then how he forced me, my entry to Khalsa College, my father said, no, go, I passed FA. He said, for BA, go to Sikh National College only. From there you pass FA. And I wanted to go to Khalsa College because they had a very good hockey team. My cousin Darshan Tesi, who was 2 years senior to me, very good hockey player, a brilliant student, he was sent with me to get admitted in BA at Sikh National College. When he went back, my father asked him, was Balbir happy to join in BA? And he frankly told, no, uncle, he was not happy. Why? He wanted to join Khalsa College. They had a better hockey team. So he sent him by return bus, go there, tell Balbir to join anywhere he likes. That was again a turning point in my life. And I joined Khalsa College. They already taken my bag and baggage by force to Khalsa College. I followed, joined. There, Sir Balbir Singh. Till that time I had played hockey. But Balbir Singh taught me how to play the polished scientific hockey. I am grateful to him.
And this means your father encouraged you to play hockey even in those times and take it as a career later on?
He always encouraged me. At the Helsinki College, Lahore, he was a football player. He encouraged me to play hockey.
Then after you started playing hockey, how did you develop your skills and at which position did you start playing? Now, of course, you are known as the best centre forward in the world. The world recognizes. But how did you start playing?
I started as a goalkeeper. School has 3 grounds. Up to primary, C ground, to middle, B ground, then A ground. I played in all 3. First as goalkeeper, then as fullback. At school I played only fullback. Playing there, I passed matric, joined local DM college, Dayanand Mathradas College, Moga. I attended classes FA, 2 years, but did not pay attention to studies. Always thinking hockey. So result, people expected the result. I had already known the result because I would fail. And actually I failed. And that failure was a blessing in disguise in my life. Had I passed, my father was a teacher. It was financially not possible for a teacher to send his son to Lahore for higher studies. So I would have joined FA. After passing FA, become a teacher, a primary school teacher. That would have been the end of my hockey. Failure took me to Lahore, a blessing in disguise. And Lahore at Supremacy College, as I told, Khalsa College, playing 3 years, I was selected for the Punjab University hockey team. So we won as I became 43, 44, 45, played for Punjab University. 45 I was captain of Punjab University. And as Punjab University won, All India University at Lahore, then Punjab Hockey Championship against senior clubs. Sir John Bennett, a Britisher, he was the police chief at that time, and he told his police officer to recruit male police. My father was a freedom fighter. I left the college, ran away to Delhi, from where I had invitation to join their hockey team. So I joined that Central PWD, played for them 2 tournaments. We won those tournaments. My name appeared in the press, and Sir John Bennett saw that again. He got annoyed. He sent a police party to Delhi. They handcuffed me, brought me back to Jalandhar cantonment in handcuffs by train, removed my handcuffs only when we reached Deputy Inspector General's office, Jalandhar Kent. And those police officers too, who had brought me, and he threatened me, don't tell them that we handcuffed you. And naturally I was a college student, I was scared, I didn't dare to tell that thing in front of that. And I was sent in the board, Mr. Scott, he was chairman of the board, DIG Scott. Sardar Gurdiyal Singh, who was IG Police Punjab, and Chaudhry Sadhuram, another senior officer. They were in the board. And Sardar Gurdiyal Singh asked me, are you a graduate? Yes, sir. Your subject, economics, political science. And the chairman, Mr. Scott, said, don't ask him any question. Sir John wants him in police. Okay, young man, you are selected. I was selected as assistant sub-inspector. So that was again, this was a blessing in disguise. How? I got a police team, a regular team to practice. And that practice helped me to go up and up gradually.
And you used to play at the fullback. When did you move from fullback to centre forward?
My cousin Darshan at Moga, there was a Basant festival. In that private tournament, he entered a team. So 2 senior players, they opted to play as fullback. So I was watching. When he formed a team, they were selected as fullback. I asked my cousin, well, Paji, where should I play today? You have given my seat to them. And he said, you are centre forward today. That was a blessing in disguise for me. I played centre forward 3 or 4 matches. In each match, I scored 2, 3, 4 goals. And playing there, I was seen a professor of Sikh National College, Lahore. That's how he took me to Lahore, Sikh National College. And at Sikh National College, we won the B League tournament, promoted to A League. I was watched by Sardar Balbir Singh. He took me to Khalsa College, Amritsar.
And then started your Olympic journey. 1948, you played the first Olympics in London. In the Helsinki Olympics in 1952, you had become a celebrity. You were now the vice captain of the team. Something about the Helsinki Olympics.
I was very lucky. I was selected. I had already established myself. There was no fear of that somebody will pull me out. I had all the confidence. Then It was semi-final against Great Britain. So against them I scored all 3 goals against it. 1, 2, 3, a hat-trick. We won in the final. In the final, our match was against Holland. So they had a very good team. Then, before announcing the team, final team, they appointed somebody else as vice captain. Although I expected to be captain, if not captain, vice captain is selected by the team. So I was not given that chance. I was upset, really upset. And I played that match with a vengeance to prove that they have done injustice to me. I must prove that I deserved it to play in the earlier matches also. And we played. India won by 6-1. Out of those 6, 5 goals were scored by me, and that 5 goals in an Olympic final have been a record till today. Even in the World Cup, 5 goals by one individual, a record in my name. Guinness World Record. Guinness World Record. They gave me a certificate. You must have seen that in my house.
And that record is still unbeaten till today. Nobody has broken that record till today.
Well, so far that is intact, and that record, this record has remained unbeaten for the longest time in Olympic history. Not only in hockey, in all Olympic sports. No record has remained unbeaten for such a long time. Even today, it remains unbeaten.
So now we move to the Melbourne Olympics in 1956, where again you were instrumental in getting a gold for India.
Well, I was vaulted captain. We had good practice. Finally, team was selected. Of course, I was selected as centre forward and as announced as captain. First match against Afghanistan, we won. I scored 5 in first half, I think. And then playing that match before the half-time whistle, I got my hand hurt. I was never afraid of the ball. I was so close to that fullback. He took a free hit. I was close to stop ball. He cut the ball. Not intentional, but the ball was cut, and this is how it stuck here. My finger was fractured. Not only fractured, one smashed. So then, the rest of the matches, the pool matches, I was not allowed to play. And that hurt was kept a secret by orders of the management. Don't tell, keep your hand in pocket, don't shake this hand, because that was bandaged. So that my opponents, our opponents, should not know that I am hurt. So with that hurt hand, I played semi-final and final. We won both by 1 goal each.
And in the finals you defeated Pakistan?
Against Pakistan. And when I played, they used to put 2 players on me to just defend me. But somehow I played in those days, I could score goals. But that day, I was really unfit, but I played. I played, and the purpose for which I was played, that was served, because they had 2 defenders on me. Other forwards got an opportunity to play well.
Sir, after being a player for many, many years, you became the chief coach and the manager for the Indian hockey team in 1975 for the World Cup. And I believe that is the only time when India has won a World Cup in hockey.
True.
Please share that experience with us.
Training camp was held at Punjab University ground. Our team was residing in girls' hostel number 3. And just across the road, girls' hostel number 4. Just beginning of the camp, girls started coming to our visitors' room. So I went to them with folded hands. Please, don't come here. If you want us to play well and win, come to the field. We go for practice every day. Come to the field, encourage the boys. And if we win, I'll bring them back here. We'll again stay here. So they accepted my request. Why I did that? It reminded me of 1952. Sardar Balbir Singh was our coach. He told the boys one evening, well, please don't go out. If you win, I'll bring you back to here. So we won at Helsinki. He brought us back to that place again. Stayed there for 2-3 days. I promised the same thing to them. We won the World Cup. I took them there. I told Gyaniji Singh, that this was my promise. I am grateful to Ajit and all those boys. They were very well disciplined.
So that was one of the most wonderful moments in Indian history when we won the World Cup in 1975.
Got capital red letters written on the wall, printed, where we were dining room. Anybody coming in to see that, players, morning, lunch, dinner, see that, and regaining world supremacy is our goal.
And you regained that supremacy.
So I have told my boys that we are regaining world supremacy. Boys played very well. And luckily, our semi-final against Malaysia, this Aslam Sher played fullback. He scored that goal, equalizer, and that was the turning point. And then we reached the final. In the final, I played Surjit and Aslam. Michael Kindo, excellent fullback. But because there was opponents in the Pakistan, I wanted to two hefty fullback. Surjit and Aslam Sher. They played very well. So the final match, before that match, that was a namaz day, Jumerat. I knew Pakistan boys will go there. So I asked Aslam. I went to his room. Aslam, namaz hai, namaz. Would you like to go for namaz? He said, sir, if you kindly allow, I would. I said, why not? I will go with you to Royal Mosque. My coach will go with you. Dr. Karna will go. We three will go with you to the Royal Mosque to pray. You enter, have namaz. So we'll be there with you. We took him to their mosque. Aslam went in namaz padne inside. We three sat in the last line in the mosque with folded hands, closed eyes. Namaz over. Everybody came out. Pakistan team also came out. Aslam Sher came out. And Royal Qazi, he came straight to me. Being a Sikh, you are in a mosque? I said, why not? I am Guru Nanak Sikh. And according to Guru Nanak, God is one, that God is everywhere. In Gurdwara, Mandir, Mandal, temple, everywhere. Same God. And he said, Allah Ta'ala aapko kamyabi bakshe. May Allah grant you victory. And behind me was standing the Pakistan team. Of course, they also went for the same purpose.
What a moment of glory.
And when we won, Pakistani friends, they told me, yaar kya baat hai, where we had gone, you got first, you got it. So you have won. And that was really first victory in the World Cup. So that was history. Till today we have won only World Cup.
And you were instrumental in creating that history.
Well, I myself won't say that because the same team, exactly the same team, when came back, went for the Montreal Olympics. What was changed? The manager and chief coach, we were changed. That was the only change. And the same team finished 7th. Same team. From gold to no position.
Sir, from a player to a mentor, and then you became a writer. You have written 2 books which also deal with hockey, and one of them is your autobiography. Please tell us about your both books.
Books?
Yes. The Golden Hat-Trick.
Golden Hat-Trick, I remember. One was actually how to skill. And these books are again about skills. The Golden Yardstick is all ABC of hockey. For beginners to the top players. Same rules, same everything. And the main theme is repetition. More you do well. Just like how as a child, when he starts eating, his fingers, somewhere strike here, somewhere here. But afterwards, even in dark, it goes to them. So this is how we practice.
So it is more of a training manual.
Training manual.
Sir, in the present scenario, when the Rio Olympics are right on head, very near, and the Indian hockey team, which had performed extremely well at the recent Champions Trophy, winning a silver, what would you say to the Indian players at this moment?
As Balbir said, I would like the Indian team to win gold medal. To win gold medal. Go for winning gold. Play well and enhance the reputation of the country further. That we are champions. They can do it. Go for winning. You go for winning. Winning.
And a message for the entire sports fraternity, which is going for the Olympics in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil.
As Balbir Singh, I must say our India should win. As a sportsman, I say may the better team win. May the better team win. And may that better team be India.
That is a true sportsman spirit, and may the better team win, and we play for winning, and we play in a spirit of winning. Thank you so much, Mr. Balbir Singh, for sparing such a valuable time of yours and coming to our studios and talking about your life, about your passion, about hockey and sports in general. Thank you indeed.
Thank you, Sanjeevji. Thank you for having me here, talking to you and sending my voice perhaps all over the world. I am grateful. Thanks a lot. God bless you.